Alright, this just arrived today and I'm super excited because this is the first time ever that I'm putting a cage on my camera. I never saw the need to buy one before because I don't really attach that many things to my camera, usually just my monitor and a video mic at the most. But the reason I finally decided to get one now is because I've always felt like my small HD focus monitor wasn't really secure on my camera using the tilt arm and the cold shoe that comes with it. So I tighten it as much as I can, but it would always still be able to just slip off with a bit of wriggling. The cold shoe mounting option really works great, I think, for lighter accessories, but for heavier things like this monitor, I could just never feel safe having it attached like that and walking around. I'm going to unbox these for the first time, give you a rundown of the specs and share my thoughts with you. So I'll start off with the cage. I kind of wish it came in a cooler box. It's just kind of like a generic cardboard box, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's what's on the inside that matters. So here it is. Get rid of the box. This bag. And here it is. Cage. So this is the SmallRig Cage 2087, which is specifically made for the A7 III and the A7R III. And I got this cage for just over 100 Australian. It's got an all black finish. It's made of aluminium alloy and it weighs 270 grams. Aside from the grip side on the right side of the cage, you can see that the frame is quite thick all around. So you can use long screws to securely attach your accessories. You've got this cold shoe mount built in, which is nice. You've got these two 3/8 inch threaded holes here with these locating pins, I assume for like a handle. And then you've got these little rubber pads on the bottom to grip your camera better. Let's try putting the camera on now. So I've got to take my little Manfrotto quick release plate off. I can put this onto the bottom of the cage afterwards. So put it in. And it's got this 1/4 inch thread screw at the bottom, which you can attach into the camera using a flathead screwdriver. There we go. So since the cage is cut specifically for the A7 III and the A7R III, I can still access all the buttons and the doors on the camera, which is great. There's enough clearance here at the top to access the buttons and dials comfortably. So I can do that. The custom buttons here, the on and off, the SD card compartment, the battery compartment, they all open no problems. The hot shoe mount on your camera is still accessible. And lastly, the 3 doors on the left side of your camera here for the microphone, headphone, HDMI, and the USB. They're fine as well. On a side note, I feel like these doors on the A7 III could have been designed a bit better. Nothing to do with the cage, but I just feel like these doors are a bit weird on the A7 III, but oh well. Yeah, I think what's really cool about these camera cages is not only does it provide protection around the camera in case you drop it, it becomes the base for you to fully customize your camera rig and add pieces to it like Lego. The cage is covered in these 1/4 inch and 3/8 inch threaded holes for you to mount all kinds of accessories and add-ons like cold shoe mounts, top handles, wooden side grips, lights, monitors, microphones, really anything you want. I've only got the cage and the swivel and tilt mount for now, but I'll probably look at adding things on in the future and I'll make another video then to share with you my rig. Also, I need to put my Manfrotto quick release on the bottom here so that I can still mount my camera onto my tripods and monopod and things like that. Yeah, easy. So let's move on to the swivel and tilt mount. So this is it. So here it is. So just like the cage, it's made of aluminium alloy. It weighs just 68 grams and it supports up to 1.2 kilograms. I got this for roughly around 70 Australian dollars. It's got this little rubber pad on the top to give it more grip and prevent any scratching to the monitor, which is nice. So let's try attaching the monitor. Actually, I'll put it on the cage first. So it's just got these holes and it comes with these 2 1/4-inch thread screws to mount it onto the cage. So I use this provided Allen key to screw it in. Okay, and so I'll put the monitor on and take the tilt arm off. And what's really nice is the screw has these holes, so you can stick this Allen key in it and tighten it like that. I'm not sure if you can see that, but you can really tighten it like you wouldn't be able to do that with your fingers. So it swivels 360 degrees like that, so it goes all the way around and back, and it can tilt 150 degrees. So that's where it stops there, and that's where it stops there. Yeah. And you can just stop it at any point that you like. There's no hard stops or anything. You can just stop it. The tension is really strong right now. I quite like that. I can really feel that it's not going to move around unless I really want it to. But if it gets loose over time, you can take these caps off, and there are these nuts on either side, which you can tighten or loosen depending on what you want. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. It feels really strong. I like the way that it moves. It definitely feels a lot more secure than it did with the tilting arm cold shoe that the SmallHT comes with. I would feel comfortable running around with this. That's not going to fall off. I would never do this if it was on the tilt arm. Overall, I think the cage and the swivel and tilt mount are really well made. The edges on the cage are nicely rounded, so it's not going to hurt your fingers holding it. I think the coating and the build quality is nice. It gives me a ton of mounting options as well as providing some added protection. And I think this mount has solved my anxiety about the monitor cold shoe situation. So if you found this video helpful at all, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Feel free to ask anything or share your thoughts in the comments. Hit that subscribe button if you're into these kind of things, and I'll see you in the next one.